Zethrix.
And I'm Savzar. And we played Dinkum for 100 days, and here's what happened.
Welcome to day 41. We started off the day by checking the mail. Money! And we took a second to admire our new and improved town hall. And Fletch just looked so cute in her new office. She deserved an upgrade like this. And now it was time for an upgrade of our own. We were going to spend 220,000 dink to upgrade our house. I deposited all the building materials so we could get the building started. I collected more animals. And I planted more fruit trees. Bigger and better. Just look at how big it is now. It's perfect. I collected some milestones. I harvested over 2,000 fruit. Crafted over 250 items. Walked over 250 kilometers. Made over 1.5 million dinks. Smashed over 250 rocks. Hunted over 250 animals. Trapped over 10 animals. Trapped over 50 animals. Fed our animals for over 10 days. Finished 6 and 7 buildings. Purchased over 50 tools. Purchased a new animal. And made over 5 chests colorful. And that put us at over 3,000 permit points. And then this happened. Mistakes were made. It was Fletch's birthday, so I got her a lime, and she gave me the recipe for a gumwood bench. So naturally, I went out and got more wood. And then I metal detected into the night. And that wraps up day 41. I hope day 42 is just as good as day 41. But I hope we make more money. On day 42, Melvin was visiting, and our house got a nice new upgrade. Look how much more room we have. And Melvin couldn't have come at a more perfect time. I admired our new house from the outside. And as usual, I checked the mail to collect all my money from the day before. I bought a mining pass, and since I died, I had to buy a bunch of new tools. John probably has more money than I do by now. I'm jealous. Savzar needed a sugar daddy, so I bought her the lava lamp. And then I also purchased the bed. Melvin wanted furniture as a gift, so I just gave it to him. And I got a nice pair of black sneakers. And I walked in on the middle of Savzar redecorating. And I also put on my new shoes. I made more animal collection points because I was tired of running the animals all the way back to the town every time I caught them. So now I was just going to set up these collection points literally all across the island. It was going to make this process much quicker. And now it was time to spend the rest of the day in the mines. There were so many goodies I wanted to collect. I needed all sorts of ores. It wasn't long before we found our first treasure room. And we got this really cool bush devil statue. I love getting cool treasures. The next treasure room contained a ruby. So of course, I was going to run it all the way back to the elevator. Savzar helped me. Our third treasure room had another ruby in it. We were going to get so rich. And it wasn't long before we had to wrap it up and go back home. I made sure to put our rubies in front of John's shop so I could sell them right away tomorrow morning. We didn't get that many goodies, but it was still better than nothing. And that wraps up day 42. And on day 43, we got a new visitor. It was day 15 of autumn, and that could only mean one thing. It was the bug catching competition. This is Julia, Theodore's cousin, and Julia and Savzar have a lot in common. They both are obsessed with bugs. And Julia hosts the competition to see who can catch the most bugs. And I was gonna take this very seriously. You have to catch as many bugs as you can from 9 to 4. The only issue was we only had one bug net. So good thing Julia has plenty of bug nets you can buy. Let the games begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, and 65. And after catching 65 bugs, I was crawling to the finish line. You had to have your bugs checked in by 4 o'clock, and I made it by a matter of seconds. I told you I was going to take it very seriously. I logged a score of 99, and with a total score of 99 points, I easily took first place. Sorry, Savazar. I made sure to take some bugs I had over to Theodore, and I discovered 2 new bugs. That's it. And Julia is supposed to buy bugs for a high amount. But all these bugs were only worth 30,000 dink? What a scam. I did my usual duties of catching all my animals for the day, and I chopped some extra logs. And just take a look at this production area. Things are popping off. I was keeping up with my smelting, grinding all my shiny stones, and cutting all my logs. Just look at all those goodies on the ground. I made a new bridge, and I made a lot more sprinklers. I need as many of these as I can get. And of course I made more collection points. These were sprinkled everywhere on the map. I started doing some redecorating, and I put these fences next to the tree orchard. I need more. And that wraps up day 43. Here is all 65 bugs that I caught for the competition. Not bad if you ask me. I think I may have enjoyed that competition a little too much. And now it was time for day 44. And just look how good Savazar did at redecorating the inside of our home. When I went to check the mailbox, I got an extra special surprise. I got my first place trophy. This is the first trophy I've actually ever gotten. Sweet. Remember that bridge I made? Well, I put it right here. And I made sure to test out the conditions of the bridge. Looks good to me. I sold the rubies we got for 55,000 and 33,000. I trapped more animals. And I went over to Fletch to check to see how the town was doing. We were only at 2 out of 5 stars. I'm trying to get a Michelin star. I bought the irrigation license level 2. This meant that I could finally make advanced sprinklers. And they cover a lot more ground. So I grabbed all my old sprinklers and it was time to make some upgrades. I went over to the bank to deposit all the money I had. I was trying to use interest to my advantage. I placed all the new sprinklers, and this farm was going to be the death of me. I wanted this farm to be at least 10 times this size. The hard part was getting all the metal. While I was chopping some trees, I got a new beehive and caught another queen bee so that way I can make another bee house. I continued to chop more trees. I needed the wood, and these trees were in the way of my farm expansion. I polished off our sprinklers a little bit and put little tiles underneath them. And I wanted to change up the trees in the middle of the production area a little bit. So I planted pine trees instead and got another beehive. Lucky me. And that wraps up day 44. I know it was a quick one, but we were getting lots of things done. And on day 45, Franklin was visiting again. My boy. I collected all my monies and I went straight to the bank because I knew I was going to need tons of money for Franklin. But first, I made sure to hit 1 million dink. This was a big milestone. I started by buying a blueprint from Franklin, and then I sold all my shiny dinks for 284,000. I then did a quest for Franklin and sold him 5 meat. And while I was talking to Franklin and asking how his day was, the coolest thing ever happened. Franklin was ready to move to the island with us. I could not be more excited. I bought a repair kit, and now it was time to commission my first jackhammer. I could not be more excited for this. I didn't waste any time, and I got the deed from Fletch right away. 250,000 was nothing. Franklin was going to be so good for our island. I paid off the debt right away. I found the perfect spot for Franklin's shop, and I made my way back over to the farm to start setting up some fences around the perimeter. There were a few things I needed from Franklin first before I could finish the farm expansion. I started finishing the fences around the tree orchard. I thought this was going to make the tree orchard look much better, but I ran out before I could completely finish. I went back out to catch more animals, and when I got back to town, I planted some Kwangdong trees in front of the greenhouse. I need to spruce up this area a little bit. I grabbed all our broken and half-broken tools and used the repair table to repair everything. I went back out metal detecting. I needed as many metals as I could get for the farm expansion, and I was really starting to feel like metal detecting was getting a little bit slower, but that wasn't going to stop me. And that wraps up day 45. Now, you haven't really seen Savazar that much, but let me tell you, she has been a busy bee. She's been spending a lot of time redecorating this area, and this is just a sneak peek. Be sure to tune in to episode 13 to see what she did with the place. As always, thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I would really love it if you told me what your favorite part was down in the comments.